So how soon do you think is too soon to give up the cookies? Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Curly Cocktailz, where I invite my curl friends to sit and chat about our unique experiences with our hair and how our curls have shaped us. Today, I'm so excited. We're gonna be talking sports and curls, and I have with me Miss Ashley Everett. Welcome back.
Thanks, girl.
She is Beyonce's dance captain, actress, host, digital creator, entrepreneur, all the things.
All the things,
all the
thank
things.
you.
And we also have Mrs. Crissa Jackson, who is a former Harlem Globetrotter. She was also on Netflix The Circle, and she is a digital creator and dancer as well. I'm gonna give you that title. Because you're a dancer, girl.
Professional dancer.
See, look at you.
No, I wasn't doing anything.
And I am Ava Pearl, your host for today. Can we start with a toast?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you guys for being here.
Cheers. Thanks for having
Always
us.
a good time.
Yeah.
So you both are athletic, and you both have done sports your whole life.
Say it.
When did you start playing basketball, Crissa?
Since I was 7.
How did you learn how to play basketball?
My dad.
Okay.
Yeah, he was bad though.
Oh.
Very good. If we would have had the internet back then,
Yeah,
I think
it would have been
it'd been a game
on and
changer.
popping.
Yeah, for sure.
And Ashley, what about you? When did you start dancing?
I started dancing when I was 2, professionally when I was 17, so.
And who taught you how to dance? I don't think I've ever
You
asked
know,
that
I grew
before.
up in a studio, so I started with ballet and then started doing competitions that then segued into jazz, tap, modern, you know, all the different styles, hip hop. The studios and the competitions and the streets have taught me.
Okay.
And the industry, all of that.
Okay. And did you guys have other girls like in your dance academy, and then with basketball, were there other girls on your team that had curly hair?
No.
Just straight. You never had like a teammate you could go to and say, hey girl, you got an extra like clip or like heavy duty like, you know, headband or something I can use?
But my head wasn't even there. I don't even think I cared.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think
Yeah,
it was
you're
just
just, like, trying to win
slap
that game.
thing back. Let's go.
Yeah.
Same. Like with competitions and stuff, it was just like, just get it out of your face. It was
Yeah.
always just get it out of your
Right.
face, like whatever that means. I literally can barely find pictures of myself young with my hair fully down. I wish actually there were more, and my parents maybe were like, you're wearing it down
Right.
for Christmas or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
But
I know.
I barely have any because it was always back. Like
Mine's always
younger,
a frizzy ponytail.
frizzy ponytail.
I'm like, what the hell?
Like not
Mom?
even slicked,
Like,
right?
can I get like, can I get like some baby bangs or like, you know, some baby hairs in there?
Never did the baby hair thing.
I feel like that's really popular right now.
Now, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
even girls with straight hair are trying to get baby hairs.
Absolutely.
And I'm like
trimming them.
trimming hair. Like girls will literally trim. Have you seen this? A lot of even curly girls will trim their hair
Yeah,
to
like
get
that
baby bangs.
first little layer, just like.
Yeah. So you guys are both creators. Do you guys feel like people with straight hair get more brand deals than people with curly hair?
If they're looking to check a box, then,
Yeah.
you know, I think more so straight hair than curly hair, but because it's becoming low-key more of a trend to have
Yeah.
ethnicity in there
need
so
more
they can
inclusion.
check that box,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then, you know, you
Yeah.
get more deals. But
Yes, I agree, because I do think that, especially now, today, more ethnicity is getting more opportunity. But I feel like they're still pushing out, like the algorithm
Oh, yeah.
is pushing out the straight and the fair skin.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
you know, like that's what
Yeah.
you see more of. If you
Yeah.
search hairstyles for Coachella,
Yeah.
you're not gonna see curly ones. You gotta
Oh, yeah.
intentionally
Right.
search curly,
Right.
you know, so.
yeah.
How do you guys feel about these companies like Mael selling to P&G? How do you feel about like when we have a black-owned business for our hair, which means it's probably healthy for our hair,
Yeah.
then we sell it to a big box brand? What
You
do you
know,
guys think about that?
there's good and bad to it all, you know? I think if you're looking from the owner perspective,
Yeah.
that is the end goal, right? Is
Yeah.
to blow your brand up and your company up so much that somebody richer wants to buy it and buy you out, and then you can, you know, start over, start something new again. And I feel like that is a great, actually, a great ending of that story. Yeah. But there's downsides to it as well. Do I agree with them all? Not necessarily, but...
Because then it's like, what do I use on my hair?
Yeah,
now you
what?
know it's going to
because
change.
You're changing
like
the
shea
product.
moisture. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only downfall. But
it's like a win-win for her, the company who sold it.
Right.
But do you feel like that they would potentially make more money if they continued with just being authentic? Because, okay, what got you into this field in the first place? Are you getting into this field to make a difference in our community, or are you just doing it for the end goal and you have a goal? Boom, got that onto the next product. I feel the same way as you feel. Like it makes sense. As if I had a product, I'd want to sell it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what was your main goal? What was your mission? What were your values originally? You know what I mean?
But I will say that being a founder isn't easy. And sometimes we don't know like the background story of why they're selling. And also sometimes you have like your equity in a company and you might want to liquidate that cash. Because sometimes it's not liquid money, you know? So it looks like you're making a lot of money, but who knows how much cash.
Don't ever count people's money too.
Exactly. So
this is true.
Maybe they wanted to liquidate that to help other businesses. Like you never really know what, you know, what a founder's going through. So. Okay, so let's talk about keeping our curls healthy. A lot of people tend to do a big chop. I did a big chop a few years ago. Have you guys ever done a big chop before to keep your curls bouncy, healthier?
I definitely did.
You did a big chop?
I did. My hair was like super, even curled. It was like
it was way longer.
Past my mid back. I recently got like a little mullet look. It was a horrible decision, guys. Okay. Don't look at those pictures. Okay.
Insert photos here, please.
And then I had this long piece. I started growing it out, and I started. Well, first I saw the healthiness of my front curls here, and I was like, wow. And then I chopped off the rest of it in the back. But what was interesting was, people would come up to me or they would comment like, oh, I love the curl game. I didn't know you had curls. And I'm sitting here like, who have you been looking at? But I think what it is just when it was longer and unhealthy, it dragged down. The curls were just kind of like really long.
Wavier.
And it just didn't look healthy. It wasn't like big curls. It just didn't have that volume, you know what I mean? So I think a chop, if your hair is kind of, you know, a little unhealthy, it's a healthy cut. It's good.
Yeah, for sure. Gives it that like nice little bounce, you know, juicy curl.
Exactly.
When she did it, I was like,
it looked good. It looked
and
good.
I cut it myself.
And you cut it, girl, you cut it yourself and on camera.
And it was so jacked
like, you weren't even freaking out either. You were like,
no, because it was so damaged. Like I had already did Brazilian blowout. I bleached it blonde and it was permanently black. And so I did blonde and it totally like, it was down to the cuticle. Where there was just nothing protecting it anymore. It was just straight. It took hours for it to dry. Because when it absorbed like the water.
Oh, wow.
So it was already jacked. So I was like, and then my hair was growing out super curly like this from my scalp. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore.
You were just fed up with it.
I was fed up. I was like, I'm about to film this. We're about to cut this and it's gonna look way better.
I've never done like a big chop, even though when I look back at pictures, when we went into the pandemic and like we couldn't go to the salons and stuff, that's when I like transitioned to blonde because my red was like fading so much, it naturally just went like strawberry blonde. And then I was like, okay, let's like cut these ends off, like these damaged ends. And so in like March maybe, 2021, I did more of a bigger chop than I even realized. I only realized it now looking back at pictures. I'm like, my little hair was like so little. It was like up here. Like that's really short. It was like halfway on my neck. So that's probably the biggest chop I've done besides when I was 8 and my hair like basically went in dreadlocks and I had to cut a bob. Because we were swimming with braids for like 2 weeks, you know?
Lord.
Even keeping your hair healthy without even just the chops, but dyeing your hair kills it.
All of it.
Braids aren't even, I feel like braids aren't even
because they pull your scalp.
My little edges be like, nope.
But then also, like even braiding it, like certain people who when they braid your hair, you know, they be getting in knots and they just be tearing them joints out. I'd be like, can you just treat my hair with kindness?
Be delicate. I know. Even when we look back at like our parents saying like, oh, you're tender-headed or like, you know, like sit still. I'm like, no, but you're actually
you
like
weren't
pulling her
doing
hair out,
it,
you
right.
know? Have you guys ever dated anyone that's asked you to straighten your hair? Or like insinuated, oh, I really like it when you straighten your hair?
No, I don't think so. I have been told like, oh, I like the switch up, like that's nice or whatever. I mean, I like the switch up myself too, you know, but not like necessarily I would rather.
Yeah. Or like, I like it better.
Yeah, no, I haven't dealt with that, but if I had to, I'd be like,
you're like, deuces.
Deuces, because we're not fucking doing that all day. Sorry, all the time.
What about you, Crissa?
I've straightened my hair a few times, and it was just like, oh, that's different. For the straight hair.
Oh, for the straight hair.
For the straight hair. But for the curly hair, luckily my wife loves curly hair.
Okay, good.
So.
And she has straight hair. Has she ever tried to style your hair before? Like, oh, let me try and do like a little.
We should do that.
Dude, content, girl. Yeah. You're welcome. Give us the credit.
I'll give you guys credit.
Curly hair routine.
But you know, we
Alexis.
are always going through it because she shows me like her pictures. She'd be like, oh, I used to have curly hair because her hair used to be really, really long when she was younger. Yeah. And she has those big wavy curls, you know? She'd just be like, oh no, my hair was curly. I'd be like, baby, no, your hair was like wavy.
You're like, it's wavy.
And but she'll have like 2 or 3 little curls that kind of go like this, and you want to claim. I'd be like, baby, come on now. I get it.
Not
but
quite.
but I'm gonna give it to you so we don't have a little argument about curls.
Like,
you know,
yeah, you have curls. Oh, those curls are curling, girl. Curls are curling.
Okay, so you guys know what time it is. We have our hotline segment, and we have Desiree from the Bay who tweeted a question for you girls.
Oh, shoot.
So this actually has nothing to do with curls, but it's more of just a personal question.
Wait, are those even allowed?
They're allowed because we gonna make the rules.
Okay, it's fair.
So how soon do you think is too soon to give up the cookies?
Desiree.
You feel like it's too soon. That means it's too soon for you, Desiree.
If you're not comfortable, then
if
don't
you're
do
not
it.
comfortable, don't do anything you don't want to do.
You know, I think it's different because in a non-heterosexual way, you know, like, so for
Be
the,
moving a little faster.
you know, yes, exactly.
It's really hard to put a timeline on it.
When I was with a man at one point in my life.
Way back in the day.
Oh God, you know, I think it's always too soon because I never gave him up. But with girls, a minute in is fine.
You're like, we can go.
Desiree.
Well, Desiree.
Your
Oh,
turn.
me?
Oh yeah, your turn.
Wait. I think it's too soon if you don't already have a mental connection with that person.
Oh, that's boring.
Okay.
I like to wait until marriage, so I'm a virgin. I don't know. I'm gonna give you the real, actually. I'm gonna give you the real.
Please.
When you really like a person, you might want to hold out a little bit longer because you don't want them thinking a certain way about you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Like,
when
you
you
know
really
what?
like somebody, you want them to like take you serious.
Yeah,
know?
you want
So
them to
like,
take you more seriously, yeah. So you
I'm
might
not that
hold
kind
out
of girl.
like way longer.
I'm not kind of girl, guys.
You're like, not
You
me.
know, not me, not tonight. Maybe tomorrow.
Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe
Gotta
tomorrow.
make them wait a little bit, you know, so they respect you. Yeah, I think it's just situational. You know, it's like how you met, where you met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all situational.
Intentions.
But yeah. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being here with me today. I had so much fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Curly Culture for more episodes of Curly Cocktailz. Tap, 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 bitch.
Look at mine.
God dang, girl, you was thirsty.
When you were talking, I was like, very sweet.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for
I
having
had so
us.
much fun. And make sure you guys, what should I say, Jade? Hey you guys, what's up? I'm Ava Pearl, founder of Curly Culture, a community for people with all types of curly hair, from a 2A to a 4C. Let us know what you guys want to see in the comments below, and we'll see you guys on our next episode. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.